Hey, everybody! Welcome back to HitPoint. Baku-san JRPG, how are you doing this evening?
Doing great, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty fantastic. You know, it is a wonderful, beautiful Sunday evening here. It's becoming a little bit more like spring, you know? It's a beautiful day. It's been like 75 degrees out around here. I don't know what kind of weather you have over there, but it's been
It's
great.
burning. It's burning hot here. I
It's
just
burning hot.
I hate it.
How
I
hot?
like I like the cold weather. So as soon as it turns warm, it's just like this is burning hot. I hate this.
As soon as the sun's out and things are nice and the time changes, you're like, this sucks.
I know, basically. I love the cold weather. Yeah.
Ah,
Incidentally, I was born in the summer, so it's just kind of strange. You would think that I would like the
yeah.
heat and just love the beach. Like I hate everything.
I was born into the summer, molded by it. You've merely adopted the summer.
You know what I was you know what I'm, really dreading now, now that the season's warming back up?
What's that?
Pollen.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah,
Allergies.
allergy is gonna flare up very real soon, so
Well, hey, everybody. Good to have you here for Hit Point, the JRPG podcast and anime news and niche news and all kinds of different stuff. We have a good show for you lined up for the day where we will be touching on both anime and the JRPG news as well. So for anybody who isn't familiar, yeah, that's basically Hit Point in a nutshell. Yeah, we'll talk about rumors, preview some trailers a little later on, and we'll answer some questions. But hey, Baku, what would you say is today's top headline for the week?
tab headline, something to do with, a game with a very strange title that everyone seemed to hate. Let's see.
Hmm.
Triangle
Was it
tr try 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 ca
pretty McStrategy face?
triangular
It was pretty
yes.
McStrategy face, right?
Final triangles conflict.
Yeah. Last week we
Yep.
left you guys off with a little bit of a a quest, if you will. We've bestowed upon you a side quest, which was to come up with some ideas for a better name. What would you name not Octopath Traveler, but Triangle Strategy?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, triangle strategy. That's right.
Yeah. That was it took me a minute actually. That's why I went with like no, not Octopath Traveler. I wasn't saying that to the audience. I was saying that to myself. Not Octopath Traveler, Derek. It's not
Oh,
Octopath Traveler. It's
yep.
Triangle Strategy.
Triangle strategy. That's correct.
So we're gonna go over a few of the highlights from the participants of that side quest, and we'll award some XPs for the people who get mentioned here. 1 XP each. So Baku, do you want to go ahead and lead off with the first one here?
Oh boy. Okay. So I forgot to add the names for folks. I apologize, but if you
Oh,
hear the names,
yeah.
I was gonna do it. I was gonna go back and do it because I had to go through comments. Sometimes it's like inside a comment, like a long paragraph. It's like at the
Hmm.
very end, they're like, "Oh, by the way, what would I name it? This thing."
Yeah.
But if you hear your entry, please give yourself a pat on the back. Okay, so the first we got is the rise of Serenoa. And this is from the same person, Serenoa's Rise. Okay, that's double entry. That's not fair.
Yeah.
Norzelia's Convictions and the Norzelia 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. That was 4 entrants, but you only get 1 XP for that. You know, no quadruple dipping.
Mm-mm. That's right.
We also got one here. It's Trinity Conquest or maybe Trinity War.
Mhm.
Triangle Tactics. Tactics Triangle.
Tactics
Again,
Triangle, Triangle Tactics, okay.
again, that was also from just one viewer who just felt like being extra. So one
I think
XP awarded to you as well.
this person just didn't like the word strategy. I mean, triangle tactics is better. Oh, alliteration. I'll give you points for alliteration, man.
That's true.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Tactics Triangle. That alliteration ain't too shabby.
Here's another one. Triangle. Oh, no, sorry, not triangle. Triple triad. That's already used, man.
Triple Triad. That's the
Uh,
name of what? That's
Final Fantasy 8.
yeah. That's the,
Yeah,
the card game, right?
that's already used. Damn it. The warring triad. That's also used. That's an FF6 reference. Tritalk. I'm not sure what that is. It says the person says, "I got it. Triforce."
Mm.
That is asking for a lawsuit, sir.
A trinity of forces. Yeah, I can see how that could
Trinity of
work,
forces.
though.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I like this one a little bit here.
Mhm.
Rhombus grid action.
I like that one. I was like, "What?"
At first, it's like, wait,
Yes.
there's no action. It's just, I mean, there's kind of action, but it's like, but
Mhm.
when you think about it, but then you say grid action. Yeah,
Mhm.
now we're talking.
How about this? A 3-point thought process.
3-point thought process.
3-point thought process is the thing.
We're trying to make better names, right? How about Trinity conflict?
I hear Trinity, being thrown out, and
Mhm.
yeah. The thing about Trinity is that it's got a very strong
Religious
religious
connotation.
connotation. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that
yeah,
and
people are gonna think, yeah,
also it makes me think of Matrix straight away.
yes, yes.
So I mean, not a terrible thing if that's what you're going for,
Mhm.
but yeah, I would assume that that was like the subtitle of like the new Matrix video game tie-in, Trinity conflict. Game of Thrones tactics.
Yep, I'm pretty sure this one was just joking, but that is immediately going to be sued. That's a lawsuit. That's definitely a lawsuit. Last but not least, we've got the Salt and Iron Stratagem. Stratagem?
I think it's stratagem.
Stratagem? Stratagem.
Yeah.
Stratagem.
Huh. I
Kinda
don't know
like that.
what is that salt and iron a reference to? It sounds familiar-ish, but I don't know.
I think it's a in-game reference,
Oh,
though.
okay.
I
Okay.
think, because 'cause they're kind of fighting, or they're 2 sort of, like, resources that they're kinda fighting
They're
over,
fighting over salt. Yeah.
and iron. I haven't played the games, don't
Yeah,
quote
I haven't
me.
played it either.
I think that was part of it. I remember watching, like, the trailer videos early, and talks, like, the background of the
Yeah.
conflicts, and they kind of briefly mentioned it. So, yeah, all these great entries. Thank you so much. We asked you guys to come up with some names, you guys came through, so thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I've got a
So
little bit
what's
of
your favorite?
my favorite of the
Yeah,
set here? Oh,
of the set here,
of the ones that we've talked over so far, like what do I think would legitimately maybe be um a good choice? I
Mhm.
mean, it's got to be rhombus grid action.
I second that. Let's go with Rhombus Grid Action. It's got our vote. So yes,
There we
Square
go.
Enix, if you hear this, yeah, we propose that in order to better sell your game, you should rename this game Rhombus Grid Action.
Now I got a little bit of housekeeping to do here because I forgot. So a couple of weeks ago, do you remember what I introduced to the podcast here, Baku?
Yeah,
I introduced a
the
phone
voicemail.
number that people could call in and leave a voicemail, and
Yes.
I completely forgot I did that. So by the time I realized that that I actually got a voicemail that I wanted to play on stream, it was already after we recorded, and I was kicking myself immediately. So we're gonna listen to that right now. I did
Okay.
have to cut it down because it was like a 2-minute voicemail, by the way.
Oh
But
wow.
I've cut it down a little bit just to keep things moving. So here's
Hello, Derek and Baku. My name is Michael Perez, and I just wanted to call in and let you guys know how much I've been enjoying HitPoint. As an RPG fan who finds it really hard to keep up with all the updates and announcements in the industry, I really appreciate the expedient and entertaining way that you guys just work through the news every week. And I'm just really especially glad that you guys ended up allowing yourselves some more leniency with the show's runtime. I know that
yes.
was something that you guys were kind of figuring out at the start, and I'm just glad that it ended up not being crunched into an hour every
Yeah.
week. I actually work as a professional truck driver, so being able to tune into you guys every week, it goes a long way in shaving those hours down, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. Before I go, I wanted to take this opportunity to ask the both of you a question. Have either of you played or heard of a game called Fate Tactics? It was this indie tactical RPG that dropped in, I think, 2020, and it not only ended up being one of my favorite games of that year, but it ended up being my favorite game in the genre, and I don't really see a whole lot of people talking about it. I just wanted to ask if this was ever something that came up on either of your radars. Please keep up the awesome work. Have a great one, guys. Thanks again.
Well, thank you, Michael, for the awesome voicemail. I'm sorry I had to cut
Wow.
that down a little bit, but okay. Fate Tactics, have you heard of this, Baku?
I've heard of it, but I'm not a big indie fan other than like, just
Mhm.
reporting on it. Like
Yeah.
I don't play a lot of indies game, but
Mhm. I looked it up.
and
I went ahead
yeah,
and I looked it up, and it actually has some gorgeous pixel art, and it
yeah,
looks
I'm
like it'd
looking
be
at it right
really
now.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Published by Humble Games.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so this game is actually on sale right now. If anyone's interested in giving Michael's recommendation to try Fade Tactics, it's now $9.99. That's a pretty good pickup on
Yeah.
Steam.
I mean, I
So,
had to cut it down a little bit, but he went into, how awesome the visuals are, the music, and he's like, I swear I don't get paid by everybody to do this, to say this, but uh,
uh,
yeah.
let me listen to the full thing later
Oh yeah.
after the yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know if he's actually been paid to say that or not. But you
That's
know
all
what,
right.
Baku? You know what? I have been paid to say this. Oh, wait, here we go. We love RPGs and sponsorships from Bokksu, Sakura in Spring. Bokksu is a premium monthly snack delivery service that curates and pairs authentic Japanese snacks and teas from all across Japan. Bokksu is the only Japanese snack box that partners with snack-making families of over 100 years to deliver these exclusive snacks from Japan directly to your door with free shipping to the United States. Bokksu pairs snacks and teas into a gourmet journey through Japan, following a monthly theme that will always be different. And now that March is finally here, that means Sakura season. Cherry blossoms are blooming and people gather under cherry trees to enjoy that iconic rain of blossoms. Bokksu has put together their most anticipated box of the year, celebrating the season by pairing snacks and teas from all over Japan to enhance your hanami, or flower viewing pleasure. You might not be able to be there in Japan for the Cherry Blossom Festival this year, but you can use my code SuperDerek10 and link in the description to get 10% off your authentic Japanese subscription from Bokksu. Don't miss out on this amazing snack journey through Japan. Oh yeah.
And
There we
well,
have it, everybody.
there's
Our
that video.
Yep. uh so everybody, yeah, thank you so much, Bokksu, for sponsoring this segment of Hit Point, in which Baku and I get to experience some of these actual treats here. Um
Can I finally open this box? It's been sitting here for a little while. I'm
yeah.
like, okay, I can't open it. I gotta. Okay, that's fine. Well, I've been drinking a tea though, so I guess I
Yeah.
did open the box, but I didn't like go through the box.
I actually
Okay,
have just started steeping my tea when the ad was playing, when that first thing was going. I don't have an actual tea, what do you call that? A teapot? I should have got one. Oh man.
okay, so I've got it opened up. Celebrate Hanami. Hanami is the sort of the spring occasion to watch, like the cherry blossom bloom in Japan, which is pretty cool. So this is a Sakura season box. Very nice.
Oh my
So each
god.
of them, yeah, each of these come with these like culture guide, which is pretty awesome. If people are interested in like, oh well, where these snacks come from, what's in it, wow, they've done a really good job.
I know. This is crazy. I'm sharing my screen of it here, of like everything that's like in here. This is I We were gonna actually include this sponsor spot in the last week's episode, but something ended up going wrong. We couldn't get the link. But we've been torturing ourselves. We're like, no, we can't get into this yet. We gotta wait. Because man, okay, so this is it's an extremely premium feeling box of goodies, right, Baku?
Yes. Yes, it really is. It's got a map here that basically tells you like which part of I don't know if people can see it, but like which
Yeah.
part of Japan does the snacks coming from that's included in the box. It's pretty cool.
That's
I
awesome, man.
appreciate it. I mean, this is about as good as it gets. Now that we're not able to like enter the country, this is about as good as it gets. To be
Pretty
honest,
much.
yeah.
Yeah. So I guess a lot of these things so there's an actual guide here that we could follow along with, and it'll tell us a lot about all these snacks, right? You were telling me a little bit about that. This
Yeah.
this
There's an
guide here.
actual guide in there. Yeah, it will tell you, what the flavors are, so you know what to expect, and what some common allergens that is included in there, just in case you're wondering,
Hmm.
is it vegetarian? Does it contain certain, other things that you might be of note? Really thorough guide on each of the snacks that's included.
So which of these do you want to dive into most right now? I have no
Uh,
idea because I haven't had a chance to look through the guide at all.
well, let's talk about the tea that I'm actually already drinking because I've steeped this already. This is the Spring Gold Green Tea by Hoshino Sencha. So this is a yamecha. So sencha is basically like roasted tea leaves, if you will. So they
Mhm.
would put it on like an open pan, and then they would just like sear it to get a little bit of roasted flavor into the green tea.
Yeah,
Are
that
you
smells a
drinking
little.
that now?
Yeah, I've actually got a little bit of it brewed here, and it's got a
Yeah.
little bit of a different kind of more herbal. Like, does that make sense? A slightly more herbal aroma to it.
Mhm. Yeah, because 'cause it's been seared, so that, like, that
Oh
fragrance
yeah.
is, coming out, so once you
Hmm.
steep it, you can get a little roastiness in there, right?
Yeah, that's really
Very nice.
unique.
Yeah, Sencha is one of my favorite.
I've
Sencha
never
tends
had
to
this
go a
kind
little brown.
before.
Have you not?
Mm. Mm. I've never had sencha green tea. I've had like regular green tea, but sencha is super tasty. It's
Yeah, Sencha's awesome.
it's got a like I I don't know. I don't think I have the proper palette to describe it to anybody out there. It's got like it reminds me of like having uh green tea and some what's the little like seaweed square wrap, like what's that called again?
The seaweed thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because those are roasted.
Yeah, it's
It's like
got that.
toasted, not roasted, toasted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got
It's like
that.
toasted rice, toasted seaweed. Yeah, it's got that
Yeah,
toastiness.
that's
Yeah.
exactly what it's got. It doesn't taste like the seaweed, but it has a similar like toastiness to it. That's
Mhm.
what I first associated with because I have sushi well as often as I can. Um, so
I feel like what's probably a really good one is for us to snack on without making too much crate is this one right here. Let's see,
oh,
the Fujisan Chihenge. So I don't know, something about it's like 7 flavors of Fujisan.
okay.
Yeah, there's 7 different flavors in here. Let's see. Togarashi was just like the like chili, and then there's like
Oh, I see.
sugar, ukon, some kind of sesame, matcha, purple yam, and sakura. So
Okay. Yeah.
pretty
Let's dive
good
into
stuff.
this.
Okay, we'll do that. I mean, it's this big box, and we can spend our entire show talking about this, but I imagine people here for news too.
Yeah, we're gonna
I
as soon as we
I
get
would
through
be
this.
happy. I'll be happy to do an entire show just on snack reviews. Like,
I know.
please, I would love to do that. Um,
Ooh.
but alas, people need their RPG news that people have spoken. Okay, well,
Oh, that is awesome. These
oh, these are
smell really
huge.
good.
I was expecting them to be like tiny little crackers. They're like huge
I
crackers. So
know.
there are like 7 different crackers in here, with 7 different flavors. I'm gonna start from the bottom up because it feels like I don't want to eat like the chili one first. So the bottom one is the sakura one. So let me look for it. They're like different colors too. So I don't know if you can see it, but my camera doesn't zoom in and out very well.
Here, I can
Oh
share.
boy,
I think my camera does a pretty good job of autofocusing.
yeah, that better than mine. Okay, this is the cherry blossom
Yeah.
one. Very nice.
Yeah.
Extremely crunchy. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I know. I've been muting myself because I'm like Yeah, that's gonna be really loud. I'm sure of it.
Man, that is very nice. Like, I almost want you all to hear how crunchy this thing is.
I know, right? Well, I think they can
Wow.
definitely hear it because it's okay. So you said that this is the one that is Sakura, the
Mm-hmm.
the kind of oranger one.
Mm. I've got to say, I don't really taste a lot of cherry blossom, but it tastes great. So I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm happy with it because it just tastes good.
It's got a kind of a kind of like a cherry flavor, like not. I don't want to say like an outright cherry flavor because it's really subtle,
Mm, mm.
and I feel like it's offset a little
Maybe
bit by
that's
like a
it.
saltiness, a little bit, right?
Mm, yeah.
It's like an interesting like like you almost it's not overpoweringly like, oh, that's cherry, but it's like you get like a
Mm,
little essence of it. Like
yeah.
you can taste it when you like breathe it in. It's kind of like a floral note, I think,
It sounds
to be
very
a little
purple
pretentious
jam.
about it.
Yes, being pretentious is not part of what we do all the time. Absolutely not. Yeah, it's shaped like the Fuji mountain. I know.
Oh, that's why they're called Fuji.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For
Yeah.
sure. Fuji
Because I was
mountain.
like, what's up with that? But yeah, they are they're designed to be like Mount Fuji.
Yeah, I mean, it also tells you like, oh, this is the different scenery
Hmm.
at the Fuji mountain too. Yeah. So the chili pepper one is, sort of like modeled after maybe like autumn when like, all the leaves are sort of it's got that nice red color to it that coats the mountain.
Mm. Hmm.
The white one, the sugar one is like when it's covered in snow. So it's
Oh, so
like
it's like a
different.
seasons, the various
Yeah,
seasons of Fuji. I get it.
yeah. Pretty cool. Very thoughtful. Yeah. Who knew so much go into making these snacks?
So while we munch on these and try them out, there's something I actually wanted to pose to the audience, a question, especially after this stream, so we can see it in the comments down below. But when I was trying to put together that ad spot, I was like, I was wondering, what would be some really good like anime Sakura sees like Sakura clips that I could like throw in there every once in a while. And I couldn't think of too many off the top of my head. Like I know I've seen Sakura everywhere, so
Mhm.
like I think I've mainly associated it with when I was watching like Tenchi Muyo back in the day. There would be scenes
Mm.
where it would show him with the flowers, you know, falling, the hanami. Um, you know, but I don't recall too many others off the top of my head. But it's like inseparably linked in my mind of like the falling pink petals and anime. So in the comments below, post your favorites that you can think of off the top of your head. And maybe I can throw some of those into the next ad spot if we get
Cherry
sponsored again by
blossom scene.
Bokksu. What's that?
Well, next time is not gonna be cherry blossom again, right? Because next time it's gonna be a different season.
Well, we've still got another week of March left, don't we?
That is true. That is true. I wonder what they will send again next time.
I do wonder
Um,
because it's different every month. I guess last
mhm.
week or last year, last month, words. Last month, it was a sampler pack of what you would expect throughout the entire rest of the year. I didn't end up
Mhm,
getting that one.
mhm,
So I'm going in completely blind, but these are
mhm.
delicious.
These are amazing.
I'm loving this.
Yeah, I'm glad we got the sponsorship. So thank you again, Bokksu, for sponsoring this. I'll try out the rest of the snacks. Maybe just through the duration of the show, I'll just randomly be snacking from here.
Yeah.
Um, okay. So
So again,
with the
everybody, thank you again. Thank you, Bokksu. If you guys are interested in checking these out, definitely. I mean, Baku and I will probably continue snacking on these throughout the day, but um, God, as if you could stop us. But um, do be sure to follow the link in the description and use the code SuperDerek10 to get 10% off of your order, and that also helps support the show as well. So thank you, everybody, so much.
can I tell the story now about Bokksu?
Oh yeah, you have a Bokksu story?
I told you about this,
Oh
and
yeah, a
that
little
was
bit.
yeah, no, right before. So Derek, yeah, okay, so right before Derek came to me and said, "Oh yeah, we got a sponsorship," I was like, "Oh, I do want to order something monthly, like some kind of monthly box. My mom loves these sort of Japanese snacks and teas. And so I wanted to get her one. And I was looking around and I saw Bokksu. And in fact, right before Derek told me about this, I just saw one from Philip DeFranco, I think. And I was just like, "What? Philly D is sponsoring Bokksu now? What's going on?" Okay, you know what? I think it's fate. Like
I
it
think I
just
saw
keeps
that same
showing
one.
up.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then I'm like, all right. And then that night, Derek's like, oh, by the way, we got a sponsorship from Bokksu. I was like, what? Oh, I'm so glad I held off on ordering. I'm just like, well, I've got our own code that we're gonna use now. So
That's
um
that's true. We can do that.
I'm totally gonna do that. I was like, I've been waiting for the link. I've been waiting to try this out so I can be like, do I really want this? Is this a good idea? And so
Mhm.
far, yes. I think my mother will really appreciate
I
this. She
legitimately
like,
have been on the
yeah.
fence about Bokksu for so long, and I shouldn't have waited. Like it's really, I mean, at least, I mean, granted, all that I've eaten so far are these little crackers, but it's and of course the tea, but it is so good.
I've got to tell you, this is really great. Like, I've been to Japan so many times, and like, these are some good snacks. Like, you
The
can
mustard
tell.
one is super delicious. It's the
Oh
black
yeah.
speckled one. It is so
Oh,
good.
I'm gonna have to work my way there. I'm just taking my time in getting to it. Alrighty, sir. Are you ready for some news?
Yep, as long as you're the one delivering it, because I'm snacking down.
All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about Triangle Strategy because
That is the
it's
top
so.
headline.
Oh, that is the top headline. It's
Yeah.
sold more 800,000 copies in 2 weeks worldwide.
That is
With
that is
yeah,
really impressive for just 2 weeks. I
two
mean,
weeks. Yeah.
JRPGs like I mean, we know Elden Ring sold like, like hotcakes. It's
Mhm.
incredible.
Yeah.
Pokemon sold 1 million in like its first week, right?
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
that's keep in mind the biggest franchise in all of JRPGs.
Yes.
So that's the measuring stick, right? Arceus
Yeah.
sells 1 million in a week. This
Mhm.
hitting 800,000 in 2 weeks is
Yeah.
that's a big
This is
deal.
this is a pretty big deal. Some of the other games that might have sold a little bit more would be like, I don't know, P5. I think sold like 1.5 mil
Hmm.
after going worldwide, but that's like a known franchise. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing with this is a new IP. And for a new IP to sell 800K, even if it's from Square Enix, because if you guys are sitting here thinking like, well, yeah, but it's Square Enix, it's a big company. Like, have you seen their other recent launches? Have you seen Babylon Fall? Like, it doesn't
Oh.
matter if it's Square Enix. Like,
Hmm.
people don't care. Like, it's got to be a good game, and people are talking about it. So it's selling by its merit, I think, and it speaks volume. So,
Yeah. It speaks
um,
to the what I feel like a lot of JRPG enthusiasts at this point really want to seek out,
yeah.
which is something that looks great, something with incredibly complex and engaging combat,
Mhm.
something with a name that is not completely outrageous.
Right, right, right.
Like it's a
Um,
it's a weird name, but it's not like, like we mentioned, it's not Kingdom Hearts, Read Chain of Memories or whatever.
mhm, yeah. So yeah, so say what you want about the name, and it's just but but jokes aside, I think this reaffirms one thing, right? And that is turn-based RPG, turn-based games
Hmm.
are not dead. So whoever keeps saying like turn-based games are dead, turn-based games that they're not dead. And
Agreed.
certainly tactical RPG is
Yeah,
not dead. The people have
tactics.
spoken.
That's the
Yeah.
other thing. This is huge for a tactics game.
Right.
This is
Right.
what's the last tactics based game that you know of that has sold any amount of like anything like that?
Fire Emblem.
Okay, yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
point. Yeah, Fire Emblem
That's
did really well.
that's Fire Emblem. Like
Yeah, that's
that's
Nintendo. That's the big in throwing their weight around. And I
yeah.
do believe Nintendo is a bit bigger than Square Enix.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. just a tad bit. I mean, as far as the game publisher is concerned, I had like they're like roughly the same weight, but in terms of the franchise though, Fire Emblem, everyone knows Fire Emblem. Prior to the release of Triangle Strategy, people were like, Triangle what?
I know.
This name is silly. I'm not gonna play this. Like what?
I mean, I won't say that
800,000
it's
copies though.
I won't say that it's an entirely new franchise because I feel like everybody who follows the scene more or less will probably know that that's sort of a follow-up to Octopath Traveler, despite the fact that it is a subgenre shift. So I don't want to say that like, oh, it's a brand new IP because it kind of is.
No, it's a
Kind of
it's a
isn't.
brand new IP.
I
It's
mean,
a
it
brand new
is.
IP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well, I
mean,
mean, some of the same development team. It
yeah.
uses the same engine
I
and
mean,
art
they're not
style, but
nobodies. It's not a team that like
well,
nobody's
yeah,
ever
no,
heard of,
that's true. That's
right?
true. That's
That's
true.
kind of
Yeah.
what I'm trying to get at is that they
Yeah,
do
yeah.
have a little bit of their own
It's
their
a little
own
pedigree. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. A Fire Emblem. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem is a behemoth in the tactical RPG world. Like how many indies game have we covered
Hmm.
that did like an indie tactical RPG that basically the sell point is heavily inspired by Fire Emblem. Like
Yep.
yeah, basically there are two. It's either you're inspired by Fire Emblem or you're inspired by Final Fantasy Tactics. Like those are the two that they typically will sell themselves as. It's not even a fair comparison, but yeah, 800,000,
Hmm.
that's crazy.
Plus, it
Um,
also is a strong indicator that HD2D moves units for sure.
yeah, yeah, HD2D, it looks good. I've heard nothing but good things about. Well, I lied. Like there's always a couple of folks who are like, I don't like this. Well, that's fine. I mean, you're definitely entitled to like disliking an
Yeah.
art style. Is highly subjective. But for the most part, the majority of people that I've talked to, that I've heard from, all love the game, the gameplay, the art, like everything about this is like a sort of a masterpiece in the making. So I can't wait to see as more people finish and form their opinions. And I can't wait until I have time to go and play the game and
I
form my
know.
own
I
opinion.
know.
Yeah, I cannot wait. I was like,
Uh,
please.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm racking my brain because I also really want to play it, but I've got another schedule of things that I wanted to tackle. But I do.
Well,
I do really
yeah.
want to get around to Triangle Strategy. If
Mm,
only people
I have
if only people could motivate me on Twitter more to play Triangle Strategy.
no. If only there was a way to talk Derek into playing games on Twitter.
If only. The world
If
may never
only.
know. But yeah,
No, but I've never seen you stream a tactical RPG.
I
I'm kind of waiting
I
for it.
think well, you probably didn't see me stream Shining Force then back in the day, did you?
I probably missed it.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
probably missed it. But
I also streamed Suikoden Tactics as well.
okay,
So
you know what? Never mind. Never mind. Let's see that. Just one.
yeah,
What happened to FF Tactics? People love FF Tactics.
I've never
Have you
played
ever
it.
played FF Tactics?
No.
Get out.
Okay,
Oh
I
man. Well,
played it a long
you
time
guys.
ago.
uh,
I played it back when I was too young to appreciate it. And
Yeah,
I
I get that.
that's on me.
Well, y'all heard it here first, man. We got to shame Derek into playing into Fantasy
Let me
Tactics.
tell you, man, there are more RPGs out there that I haven't played than RPGs that I have played.
Oh, gee. That is unfortunately the reality for a lot of RPG streamer or just
Yeah.
RPG enthusiasts in general. They're just I'm a constant reminder of like people who just love like literature. They love reading.
Oh,
There're
yeah.
just way too many books in the world.
I know.
For
It's a
them
good
to
problem
ever
to
read.
have, but it is
Yeah.
a problem.
At one point, Derek, there are going to be so much RPG content that we can't finish in one lifetime. Even if we just constantly play games, do nothing but just play games, we still won't be able to finish all the content. One of these days, that's going to happen.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
and
think you're probably right. And I'm not
I
looking forward to it.
I am not looking forward to that. Okay, so moving on to the next piece of news. I've got some great news for folks who are into Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. If you download the newest 1.3 update, you'll be able to obtain items to get these two legendaries. The first is Arceus, the Arceus. You'll be able to get something called an Azure Flute upon clearing the game, which you can play the flute on top of Mount Coronet, and you'll be able to encounter Arceus. Now, as for the legendary Darkrai, you will have to wait until April for a mysterious gift to be distributed, which will give you something called a member card that you can take to the New Moon Island. And for that encounter, so definitely keep your eyes out, fire your system up again if you're a fan of the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl series.
Is the mysterious gift, is that kind of like a continuation of the old mystery gift functionality
Yes.
back on Game Boy?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
exactly that thing. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. So
By the way, I know you can't see this, but I did go ahead and open up another one of these treats. It's the little sandwich, the little like cake sandwich thing. It's really good.
oh my god.
I don't know what it's called, but it's good. I need to look at the thing.
You gotta look at the guide. You gotta look at the thing.
I'll
What are
look
you
at the guide.
doing?
I'm listening to you talk about Pokemon Arceus. So that's well, not Pokemon Arceus, but about the Pokemon Arceus coming and Darkrai coming to Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
Yeah. If you guys have been waiting for those two legendaries, they're coming. Okay, so I just want to get some of those already released game out the new. Let's talk about games that are coming very soon. So coming this week, yes. Oh, new games are coming this week. Do you like Derek? Have you ever played any kind of farming simulator?
Yeah, I've played Rune Factory.
You play Rune Factory
on Wii. Yep. No,
the Wii.
it was called Rune Factory Frontier. That was the only one that I played. So I played a little bit of that. I kind of liked it because it was like I never got really into Harvest Moon back in the day. I've heard it's great, but it's just not ever been something that I've really like sunk a bunch of time into. Because I mean, it looked like it'd be my jam, but there was no combat, which kind of bugged me. I mean, it looked like it'd be an awesome game to have some combat in, right? Like it just looks like it would fit right in, but there isn't any. But Rune Factory Frontier does. Yeah, Rune Factory did.
5 is coming.
Yeah,
and it's basically that game and then something more. So Rune Factory 5 is developed by Marvelous. It is a long-running farming simulator RPG franchise that has already been released in Japan, actually, back in May 21st. And is now finally being released in the West. 2 different dates. North America is going to be March 22nd, and in EU is going to be March 25th for all of our European listeners. Exclusively on the Nintendo Switch. The protagonist loses their memory, as they do in JRPGs.
Man,
and joins the group.
The biggest weakness of any like RPG protagonist is like just rampant amnesia. Rampant.
Ask Ado how many times he's lost his memories.
Their skulls must be so thin.
The slightest knock, just what happened? You can kill a god, but you're not immune to amnesia.
I feel like that would be the biggest meme. Like, just oh my god, just randomly like, stub my toe. Where am I? What's your name?
Oh man, suddenly became a silent protagonist.
You want to take a look at this trailer with us?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's go ahead and give this a quick gander here.
I can't remember anything.
Can't remember anything.
Oh no!
I don't know. Fending off a monster or two is one thing, but protecting a whole town? That's a lot.
This sounds like a very familiar voice actress.
Hmm. Oh, here's the combat.
Oh yeah, that combat looked a little more involved than Rune Factory Frontier on Wii.
Actually looked pretty good.
It kind of did, yeah.
It's got a very like a more modern East feel to it. You can bring a party in.
Yeah.
Oh wow, look at that combination.
Combos.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking me about that. If
Safe from
oh, how long is
monsters by
this?
sea, an organization
A
dedicated-
minute and 52 seconds.
Oh, okay. So yeah, somebody was asking me earlier if I'd
Here's
known
the
of
farming.
any other games that had like combos, like the way that Chrono Trigger does, and I'm like, well, I can think of the Suikoden series, but not a whole lot else.
Yeah.
But
They're a good amount.
mhm.
Just depends on how you know, depends on how it's executed.
Forward to working together as colleagues
Mhm.
and as rivals.
I mean, you have the Skya. I mean, they do some kind of combos,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just depends on how you define it.
Yeah,
But here you go, Rune Factory 5.
Well,
Marvelous.
they replaced the guy. What's up with that?
They replaced the guy.
Yeah, there used to be a guy who would go marvelous entertainment. You know,
Oh yeah.
you remember that? They replaced
What
the
if
guy.
what if it's the same guy but just like different line?
Maybe.
Hmm.
Marvelous entertainment. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Rune Factory 5, and of course, coming back are your abilities to be able to marry different bachelors and bachelorettes. There will be 12 this time for anyone who's just really looking forward to doing that. Um,
Well,
so
I mean-
yeah, so
I mean, that whole life sim aspect thing, it really does draw people in. If you talk to people who really enjoyed like Stardew Valley, that's a big draw.
oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So this is definitely in that same vein. So if you're a fan of obviously Rune Factory, Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley, this might just be the right game for you. And again, it's coming out on Nintendo Switch on the 22nd for North America, and for Europe, it will be March 25th. Yes. So let's see. Coming up, we've got another game that we've talked about before.
Yeah.
I don't know how, I don't remember how in depth we talked about this, but the game is called Relayer. It's finally coming out
Mhm.
digitally, anyways. On
Yeah, we
the
talked about it,
24th.
and to the extent that it's kind of like a well, I think we talked about it in the context of like Super Robot Wars,
Mhm.
and how it's
Yeah.
kind of like a competitor in that space, and how
Yes.
Kadakawa has the scope and the scale of franchises to even compete on that level. So that's pretty interesting.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So I think they're trying to turn this into a multimedia, sort of series, like novels, manga, anime,
Mhm.
what have you.
Multimedia
But
franchise.
yeah, one of those. We'll see how that actually plays out. I don't know if the sale doesn't end up well. I don't think they're going to keep pushing forward to it. But it is led by the company president, so that if that says anything at all.
Yeah.
So Relayer, for those who might have not caught our show when we talked about it, is a new mecha tactical RPG with 3D battle cutscenes and plenty of unit customization options. It follows a mysterious and advanced aliens called Relayers that are en route to destroy Earth. It is up to the Star Children piloting their stellar gears to fight back and protect humanity.
Oh,
It
man.
seems like a pretty simple premise, though, right? Like,
I was gonna say,
bad
everybody's why
alien.
is everybody always trying to destroy Earth in these?
Why is everyone trying to destroy Earth? Just leave. If we can destroy ourselves, thank you. We don't need help. Does it look like we
Too
need
true.
help? Like, have you seen Earth? Anyways, yeah.
Here's how you destroy Earth. Step 1, don't do anything, just step back and watch.
Just let us do our thing, please. We don't
Stop
need,
intervening. That's all.
need your help. Don't need your help.
Oh, man.
That's what we should send to the aliens. Like, just broadcast this to them, and then it'll just be like reverse psychology. They'll come and like save Earth.
Could
It's
you
just like,
imagine?
no.
Could you
please.
imagine if that was actually the plot of an anime? Like some aliens are like, time to destroy Earth. And then they're like, Actually, we'll just stand back here and let you do the dirty work.
We changed our minds. We're gonna do the thing that you don't want to do, and clearly you don't want to save yourself, so we're gonna save you.
Aliens try to take over the Earth just simply by waiting out humanity.
Okay, so for this game, I think it's heavily hinted that there's a lot more to be seen. I think they're
Mhm.
starting off with like a very simple, basic premise. It's almost like cliche at this point.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna get the plot twists are coming.
Yeah.
Kind of warnings.
I was gonna say that's the thing about the like it's not ever the hook that's gonna be like, oh, that's a really interesting hook. I've never heard of something like that before. It's usually a basic hook, and then it's just how they tell you the story that makes it really good, right? The rest is just a backdrop for here's the stage. Now this is the stage in which the story will take place, and you'll meet your characters and get attached to them, and they'll have character development, you know. And who knows?
Well,
maybe the aliens are trying to kill us by waiting us out. Who knows? You never know.
By the way, that mustard and sesame one, that was really good.
It's so good. I know. I want a bag of
need, like,
just that.
I need a bag of just that.
I could demolish like a Lay's potato chip sized bag of just those. I'm sure of it.
Yes, easily. So back to Relayer.
Yeah.
The demo is out. You can use the save for the demo for the purchase games. Season Pass will be out soon. The DLC will have 3 side stories, 4 new tech, and a bunch of DLC gears. Again, the digital release will be on March 24th, so within the week.
Yeah, that's going to be on Thursday this week.
Thursday, yeah. And the physical copy will launch in May 20th. So physical copy is going to launch later. They're going to launch the digital copy, digital version first.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if that's delayed because of like a supply chain issue, or why do digital? Be. I wonder why digital copies come out first. Is it like a tactic to like make the most money off of digital sales first? Because
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Because I feel like I've seen or heard that done a time or two before, but not super frequently.
Yeah. I still think it's very weird that physical copies and digital are exact same price. Like I get way more utility out of like a physical copy, like in the long run. Like if I want to resell it, I can. Like it's a physical thing that I own. Digital copy, there's no resale value. Like I don't understand like why physical copy goes on sale quite a bit, but there's actual overhead to creating these, whereas digital copy there is no overhead. It's just boggles the mind.
The thing about that is that there is a solution to it, and as much as everybody hates this magic 3-letter word, I feel like it is a potential to disrupt that second-hand digital sales market, because I know, but I mean, it would have to be enabled at the outset, right? You would have to be sold. You'd have to be sold a digital game that was engineered to like check your digital wallet for the existence of a NFT. And I know that that's a word that everybody hates right now because it's right now it's associated with stupid JPEGs. But I feel like if a game was designed to do that, then that would allow you to sell games just as easily as a physical disc. You know, I think that would be pretty darn great.
Yeah, I mean, NFT is just a technology, right?
Yeah,
it's not. What people don't like about NFT is how it is being applied and how it's being used.
The application
NFT
is so
the
dumb.
Technology itself, the application is dumb.
So far, it's worthless as of right now. But I mean, that is one thing that could reshape how we have digital games. Hopefully, at some point that'll be implemented, but who knows?
Yeah, who knows? All right, so let's see. Did we look at the trailer for this or no?
I think we did look at the original trailer. Is this a new trailer or is this the old one?
That is the old one.
The old one. Okay,
they haven't released a new one.
Yeah, we
let's
can
move on
then. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So the last game that's coming this week, and man, I think a lot of you are anticipating this.
I've been anticipating
Ghostwire
this.
Tokyo.
Oh
yes.
yeah.
Oh man, Ghostwire Tokyo. I am really looking forward to
Mature Yokai Watch.
Yeah, mature Yokai.
It's gonna be so great.
So again, it is developed by Tango Gameworks and published by Bethesda Game. This is going to be the first Bethesda game I'm going to own.
This is not
I've
going to be the
never
first one that I own, but it is going to be. It's definitely going to be the first that I've purchased in a long time. I don't think
Yeah.
I've bought anything since the original release of Skyrim, which was 11 years ago. Did you know that?
Do you know that they're still releasing a new Skyrim like version like coming soon?
What?
I'm kidding. That's the meme. Like they're every year they're gonna release Skyrim on a new platform.
I mean, I knew that they would, and I know that they will. It's like they've forgotten Oblivion exists. That could do with an actual remaster.
No remaster. These are just
Morrowind
ports.
I know.
No remaster.
I know.
Remaster. Good. Derek, you're crazy, man. Remaster.
Well, they did actually remaster Skyrim. At one point. They remastered it when it came to PS4 and Nintendo Switch, and what was the other Xbox? Series S?
One of Xbox One, Xbox Series
Was
X,
the S?
Series S, yeah.
I don't. What's the? I can't even remember. I can't keep them straight. What's the S? What's the one?
Xbox One is the older one. Xbox One is the PS4 gen.
Okay. And then
Xbox Series S and Xbox Series X are the ones that competes with PS5.
Oh, the S competes with 5. I thought the
S and X.
wait, the S is kind of like the in between though, isn't it? Where it's like a
I thought one
glorified
is
PS.
diskless one, and I don't know.
I can't
I
keep up. I don't know.
Someone has to tell me.
I know that
really
the X.
don't know.
I know that the
lost
X
with
is like the real good one or the new big one, right? I know that much.
Mhm.
Whatever.
Maybe.
Microsoft, you weird Microsoft. So yeah, Tokyo or Ghostwire Tokyo though. This looks sick. Is that a new trailer or is it the same old trailer as before?
It is the new trailer.
Oh, we gotta watch it. I gotta see this.
Watch it.
Because
Gotta watch it. Yeah.
that last trailer really got me excited to see more of this.
I think it's a new trailer. I don't remember. You know, watch it. Watch it anyway. Watch it anyway.
Okay, yeah, I mean it says it's the pre-launch trailer, so. Yeah, I think this is a new one. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know he had a motorcycle. That's new.
Yeah.
Or is it? I don't know.
Well, if he had one, he had it for like 5 seconds.
Okay, maybe not. Okay, maybe this is the same trailer.
I think that's the same trailer.
I don't care. I love it. Look at this. That is so pretty. That is so cool. I wonder if there will be Hanami within Ghostwire.
Maybe after the game's done.
Yeah. So far I'm only seeing nighttime scenes. Yeah. Yeah, this is the same old trailer. But it's so cool.
I did watch a new one. I must have not included it. The new one, the problem is that the new one's very PS5 centric.
Yeah.
But it does show you like a lot of gameplay and how controls work. Yeah, but I just elected for one that would be applicable for our PC players.
Oh man, this game, it gets me. It gets me going. I'm very curious to see what kind of a game it actually is, because you can see it's a first person game. Is it an RPG though? Are there experience points to be gained? Are there
well, I've been
stats
told it
to
is
increase?
a first-person action adventure. Now, will there be experience and skill level up? I almost can't imagine it doing it any other way. But if it did, I hope that there's an innovative way that they are, sort of letting you upgrade these skills and what have you.
I want to see a skill tree. That's what I want to see out of this game. I want to see a skill tree that shows like different things you can do and improve on it. I mean, if it's just an action game, it'll be okay. But if there's character progression, like
Mhm.
building up yourself throughout the game, I'll be down for that.
Yeah. So, see, that's the thing. Like, if they make an action game with new skills all the time, but they challenge you to not upgrade the skills, but rather find new ways to use existing skills, then
Hmm,
maybe that will work for me. Because now you're thinking, you have to think outside the box. Like, okay, you've given ability, there's no upgrade,
I
but you
see.
can find innovative ways to use to defeat new enemies.
Okay.
Then I can see that. I can see that.
Okay.
But we'll wait and see how that works.
I could see that too, I
Um,
suppose. We'll see. We'll
so,
see.
a
Are you going
yeah.
to be playing that? Are you going to get it this week?
I am really tempted to not do it, but I'm also very tempted to do it. So I don't know yet. I know you're not going to,
I
but
know.
because you've got some stuff on the
I
yeah,
know.
I've got some stuff on the backlog too.
It's not a 15-hour game, is it? I mean,
Oh,
it's
that's
also
the
on
thing.
PS5 and I don't have one of those yet either.
It's on PC.
Is it? Well, I don't have a
Yes.
PC that could probably run that.
Maybe.
GTX 970 Ti?
Yeah.
Uh,
So just a quick recap on the background of the story. Ghostwire Tokyo is a first-person action adventure game mentioned that takes place in modern Tokyo, where the inhabitants began to vanish mysteriously, slowly at first, but gradually nearly all the citizens has been vanished. By the start of the game, the protagonist Akito will use different psychic and paranormal activities to battle yokai invaders and discover what's truly happening to the city. If you want to know more about the game, you don't want to pay for a full release yet. There is a prologue visual novel that you can download just to get more of the story. It has a very unique art style. Is available on PS4 and PS5, which is strange because this game is not available on PS4, but somehow
yeah,
the visual novel is. I don't know why, but you can get the visual novel on PS4. However, the game is set to release March 25th, and it will be released on PS5 and PC. So, and I've got a comment from the last podcast
oh
that
yeah,
someone's saying, "Well, I don't really have any consoles." So, hey, listen, we're not going to leave you out to dry. If it's JRPG or games that are related, if it's going to be released on PC, we'll let you know. We'll let you know for sure. In fact, I've looked at a lot of these games over the past couple weeks, and like a lot of them, not all of them, a lot of them also have the PC port or PC release. So yeah, we're not going to leave you out hanging. So we'll definitely keep PC gamers in mind. So
for sure.
yeah. All right, so those are all the exciting games that's coming this coming week. How about we talk about games that have a slightly longer scope?
Yeah,
Not quite next
longer
week,
term.
but yeah, like a longer term. Yeah.
Hmm. So what's
So we've
this?
got.
I see in the doc here. We got
Mhm.
this one here. It's called Ed Zero, or is that Edo? Is that
It is Ed Zero, but it's a play on
on Edo?
word of Edo. Yeah, so it is
Okay.
called Ed Zero. Ed Zero Zombie Uprising is coming to Steam Early Access this April from the makers of Earth Defense Forces series. I don't know. Have you ever heard of the Earth Defense
It
Forces series,
sounds
Eric?
vaguely familiar, but I don't know.
It's like a really over the top, kind of janky game where you shoot down these aliens and
You're really selling me.
Godzillas, and it's
You're
it's
really
it's,
selling it,
it's,
man.
it's more hilarious than, but it's like a third person shooter, but like it's a shooter game, but like it doesn't take itself seriously at
Okay.
all.
Okay.
It's more like a Monster Rush kind of like shooter game.
Hmm.
So it's really fun. It was not my thing, but my roommate loved the game. So yeah, so from that company comes a new title that will have you fight hordes of zombies, a samurai, a sumo wrestler, and a ninja in randomly generated dungeons.
A,
That sounds
a
interesting to you.
samurai, sumo, and a ninja. I
Yes.
love it already. I
You
love it
want to take a look at the
already.
trailer?
Because I mean that right there. There's your tank. There's your fighter. There's your thief. It's like
Yes.
the three like iconic archetypes of well, okay, yeah, let's take a look at this trailer because this could be good.
Mhm.
All right. It's kind of surprising that I haven't heard of that trio before in a single game.
More than the beautiful sights and scenes. Its unique traditional culture is loved and protected by the people.
Is that supposed to look like that?
It is marvelous.
Is what
Like
supposed to look
inverted
like that?
colors?
Hold on, wait a minute.
Oh no.
Okay, hang
I
on.
think that was just for stylistic. Yeah.
Okay, because right now it's inverted colors.
It's nothing but a zombie.
Do you?
Wait, that's weird. Yeah, why is yours inverted?
I don't know. That's weird.
That is very weird. No, it's not supposed to be inverted.
Let me
It was
reload.
supposed to be inverted for a little bit.
Here, okay. I'll reload here.
Okay.
That was weird. Okay, I think it's
That
better.
was weird. Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm glad I caught it, but I was like, man, they're overdoing it a bit with this inverted filter.
Yeah, it's inverted for a little bit, but then it came back.
Culture is loved and protected by the people. It is.
This is a 3-minute trailer, by the way, so feel free to cut short.
Hold on, wait a minute. What the? Zombie? Zombie?
Zombie.
Cried out loud. Edo is nothing but a zombie city now. So it's time for our heroes to kick those.
Look at that.
butts.
Okay, I'll have you're in charge of forwarding here. Since I'm in full screen mode, it won't let me zoom around.
Okay.
If you haven't seen it, now you.
Here's the samurai.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Sumo.
And then here's the sumo wrestler.
He's just covered in blood.
Check out this.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh god.
Hey there, nap time, huh? Ninja,
Hey, that's not a ninja.
acrobatic, skillful.
That's Kunoichi, right?
Kunoichi's are ninjas, yeah.
Amazing
Okay.
Ninja warrior. Every dungeon is generated randomly, and every one of them is unique.
So the term isn't mutually
Ain't no
exclusive.
zombies around. Piece
No,
of cake.
it's not.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa! Surrounded by countless zombies all of a sudden? What's going on? It's super tough now. But don't you worry. When the going gets tough, use the items and the special skills.
Okay, this looks this looks ridiculous.
Actually use it or lose it. Like this.
Yeah.
I gotta appreciate the presentation, at least of this trailer.
Even when you die, you have a safe base to go back to.
All right.
Strengthen your base.
Yeah, let me go ahead and cut that. Okay, yeah, because this is a 3-minute trailer. I'm just like, yep, nope, it's gonna be a minute. So there you go. That's the that is Ed Zero Zombie Uprising. And in fact, someone had told me about this, and they were saying this game looks so jank. I love it.
I know it does. It does
Yeah,
look
it's
like a
one of
meme of
those.
itself, and I love
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
You know,
It's one of those. Like,
it's self-aware.
let's go ahead. Yeah. No. You know what? There are people who love watching B movies. They just
Oh, yeah.
they love. They would go and deliberately watch movies. They want things that looks unpolished. They want things that aren't AAA.
Oh,
So if you're one of those people, hey, this game might be for you.
It's definitely over the top in a
Yeah,
wonderful
absolutely.
looking way.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so coming up, we've got some more AAA news now. Monster Hunter Rise. Yeah, get more AAA than this, right? Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, which is the major expansion for Monster Hunter Rise game, will now be has been announced that it will be released in June 30th. And the expansion will bring the game to a whole new region, new stories, and of course, new monsters. You guys ever played Monster Hunter? Have you ever played Monster Hunter, Derek?
I played Monster Hunter Tri long time ago, and I played Monster Hunter 3 Freedom. I think
Yes,
that's what it's called on
I think.
PSP. So
I think that's one. Yeah.
I played those two versions of basically the same game, and I thought it was all right. I did a little bit of
Mhm.
online multiplayer with the Wii, which, yeah, it actually had online multiplayer, and it was okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was okay. That's all I can really say about it, though.
Yeah.
It was,
I've heard a lot of great things on Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Rise, which is the newest game.
Yeah.
In fact, I was gonna get it. And then I somehow talked myself out of doing it.
Well,
I
I'll
think
tell
a
ya,
couple of my friends playing it.
it just doesn't feel like an RPG to me. At least what I played of 3 and Unite.
Mhm.
yeah, it just felt like kind of like Dark Souls, but without the character progression. Like it feels like
Yep.
it's another one of those games where the player gets better, not necessarily the hero. Or
Mhm.
I mean, sometimes the
Yeah.
weapons and armor also get improvements if you grind enough. But
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely one of those games. There are certain appeals to appeal, of course, because this thing, I think Monster Hunter is really saving Capcom. Like,
no doubt.
Capcom's making bank off of Monster Hunter, and certainly
Capcom's like,
no,
thank God we have
yeah,
that, because
yeah, yeah. Instead of what Breath of Fire, right? Instead of Breath of
don't. Why are you trying to make me cry?
Fire.
Because it's succeeding and I
and
don't like
all of
it.
our
Don't make me
and
cry on my
all of
own
our
podcast,
viewers.
Baku.
And all of our viewers. every show I'm gonna commit some kind of atrocity. Last time I was making fun of what is it,
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles. This
Yep.
time I'm gonna be Breath of Fire. No, but seriously, Capcom is selling Monster Hunter like hotcakes, so I'm sure a lot of you out there are definitely looking forward to it. So yeah, so I didn't get into it. I was going to, but yeah, talk myself out of it. I can't grind. I hate grinding, getting monsters and like crafting things. It's like that's not what I find fun, but some folks do.
I mean, I don't
Um,
mind grinding. It's just
Mhm.
if the combat is engaging, if I feel like I'm making progress towards some story or something, right? That's the thing about Monster Hunter is like you've got that hub world, and then as soon as you start messing around, like you warp basically to the next location, and it's just like you don't make lasting impressions on anywhere. Like you leave and you like come back, and the monster's there again, right? It's like
Mhm.
yeah, I
That
mean,
makes sense.
because that's how you gotta how you grind, right?
Mhm.
But it's just weird that you can't. I don't know. I part of it is like something that I really enjoy, and then part of it is like counter to everything I love about video games.
Wow, that's some strong statements.
It's
Yeah.
a great, well put together game that is made for somebody different than me. That's the best way I can put it.
No, that's how I feel about a lot of games.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for Lundra. Anyways, let's move on to the next piece of news.
Yeah. All right.
Um,
So we got a
Atlas
new
shares.
trailer.
Yeah.
New trailer for
Yes.
Soul Hackers 2 from Atlas here.
Mhm.
And this is giving us a lot more information about like the world view and like the setting of the game. So
Absolutely.
it's a bit of a hunker of a trailer, isn't it?
3 minutes, but I think it's 3 minutes of just nonstop like intrigue. So this is gonna be like a good 3 minutes.
All right, let's check this out.
お初にお目にかかる。ご所望は俺の中にあるコベナントかな。
Hmm.
さらばだ、恩田一郎。
I thought I gave you
no.
a different. I thought I gave you a different link. Did I give you the wrong link?
I don't know. This is the link I had.
あなたのコベナントはこの鉄仮面が確か
Is this different from the one that you wanted to watch?
Yes, because the one that I gave you had like some subs to it.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
Here, let's.
Do you want me to just play it on mine, or do you want me to send it to you?
Oh, I'll grab that one from the. Yeah.
Yeah, from here. Yeah.
Gotcha. Un momento.
So that way you all can watch along because it's all in Japanese and I'm not translating that.
You're not gonna give us the play-by-play on that one?
No. It's easy if you just watch it with the closed caption on.
Where's your gumption? Where? Yeah, that's not pulling it up for me for some reason.
Oh, that's strange. Yeah, I have it open.
It looks like there's maybe an extra space added to the URL here at some point in the doc.
Possibly.
Here, let me try this once more.
I think there's a space at the very end. Yeah, there you go. Sorry, give us a second. Give us a second. We'll be back.
There it is.
We'll be back.
There it
With the
is.
subbed. So hacker. I glanced over in chat and someone was talking about the So Hacker. There you go. Look at that.
Wait,
Isn't that way better?
Wait. No, it's inverted again.
What is up with that?
I don't know.
What is up with that?
What the F is up with that? Okay, let me refresh my page
Pause
here.
it.
No, still inverted colors. I don't know what is going on with that. That's weird.
Yeah, why are the colors all inverted?
Is it happening for you too sometimes?
No, the color is perfectly fine on mine.
Yep, it's inverted for me.
It's just you.
All right,
Refresh your browser, maybe?
here, I'll just watch it straight on YouTube.
Okay, that works for me. Oh, there we go. Oh no, that's on YouTube. That's why. Okay.
All right. Ooh, poor guy got stabbed.
Don't you like that sub? Isn't that so much better?
I'm not even looking at the subs. Mostly because there's no text right. There we go. Ew, what are they eating?
Covenant,
Liver.
pancreas.
Ew.
大いなる存在は降臨した時新たな契約つまり新しいコベナントをもたらすファントムソサイティはそれが欲しい
So these are Covenant.
終わりってわけだね。
Yeah.
They're trying to. Phantom Society wants to collect all of them.
Dude, her underglowing hair is gonna be so hard for cosplayers to pull off.
あるのは我が家に今のところ
You know they're gonna figure out how, but that's gonna be so
Yeah.
tough.
Oh no, they're definitely probably have already figured it out.
気をつけてくださいリンゴ。センサーが
It's just gonna be a wig full of
LEDs.
I was gonna say LEDs and fiber optic strands.
Look at those battles, man. I'm really liking the battles.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Oh, I'm stoked. This is gonna be great. Oh,
Yup,
she got
yup.
hurt.
Yes,
They actually showed it too.
and they actually showed it.
How many games have you seen where somebody gets shot and they just like fall over and like hold wherever they got shot and there's like no blood, and,
Yep.
then they fade away?
私は一度死んだんだものね
Like, or sometimes
I-
you see
I
a
respect
splatter,
that.
but you don't see it on the body itself. Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
There. Welcome to the future.
I'm hoping this is kind of like a darker take of as if S&T is not dark enough.
You hope they get real dark with it.
But not like edgy dark. I really don't like edgy dark. Edgy dark is.
You just want to
edgy
see them
dark is
go all the
lazy
way.
dark.
世界なんて終わってしまえばいい
Edgy dark is lazy.
You just don't want them to
But,
pull
like,
any punches.
終わりだよ。
Show,
No.
do what they got to do to tell a good story, right?
I don't want them to be like, look at how dark this is. Ooh.
Hmm.
It's gonna be dark because the story calls for this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right.
Mhm.
Well, that has absolutely got me excited.
Ooh.
How
Derek's
crazy! I
excited.
mean, I've been excited for this for a while. Let's be honest, but yeah, I'm excited to see where that actually goes. To think we didn't even know that this was a thing until just a few weeks ago,
Yeah, that's insane.
and they're
right?
showing gameplay trailers of it. They're not just like announcing it and then see you in 5 years, kids. Like SMT5.
Well, because Atlas is not Square Enix.
No. Atlas is Atlas. Atlas releases. Atlas is notorious. They announced Shin Megami Tensei 5 when the Nintendo Switch was announced.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I
And
forgot
it
about
just
that.
went completely MIA for like 5 years.
They were busy with Persona. I
And
mean,
no
Persona was.
no announcements or anything. They were not busy with Persona. They're I mean, maybe they were, and they just haven't announced it yet. I don't know.
Mm. Well, they were busy with something. Let's
Well,
hope.
Strikers, I guess, and the
Yeah,
Royal, I
Strikers. And
guess.
yeah.
But the
All the
Royal was
other
really just
Persona
kind of
games.
it was just a remixed port, though. Let's be real here. They
They were busy with something.
yeah.
Okay.
Catherine Full
Well,
Body.
Yeah. If you thought the 3-minute trailer was pretty long, let's try the 28 minutes gameplay.
You know, that's the one I kept thinking that was going to be crazy.
We're not going to look at this entire 28 minutes.
So-
We'll take little like snippets of it, snippets. Yes.
All right.
So now we're looking at Eiyuden Chronicle Rising, the
Here.
new action RPG spin-off.
I'll have you drive for this trailer so you can skip around in it. So this is just a
Okay.
straight up like gameplay of like them playing the game, right?
Is this still inverted?
No, it looks good.
Oh, let's skip forward a little bit.
Characters and stores offering many goods that will aid you on your journey.
Yeah. So there's them running across town.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So here's the thing. Can you spot what I'm a little like not super into?
What?
Just keep watching because we talked about it in the last episode.
Mm-hmm. Well, like the paper doll thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
I
not a big
don't
fan
love
of
it.
that.
It's not it's better done here than a lot of others that I've seen.
Yes.
So hopefully that continues, but oh, this person's just
hopefully-
speed running. They're just like, "Yep, I'm not checking any of the things, not opening any of the
Nope.
boxes."
Not fighting any monsters.
It's just speed running. They're playing this the way I play Mario. This is just a 30-minute trailer of someone speed running the game, isn't it?
It's really the first like 2 hours of the game, but because this person's playing it, it's gonna be 28 minutes.
I've never seen anybody do this before. Like for a promo video where they just like, "Yep, here's how you just like run past all of the obstacles."
All
Here's
those
how-
things that we spent hours putting in.
Here's a game that
Here's
we're
how you skip
here's
all
a
of it.
game we're putting out. Here's how you make all of our efforts in vain. Here, how you take out all of the fun.
Yeah, so we've got a
Oh, there's the
we've got
Sailor
a
Scout.
kangaroo guy named Garou.
Melor the Sailor Scout.
Yes.
It
lot of
doesn't
chat.
look that bad. It doesn't look that bad.
Go into actual battles. Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, let's see. What does this look like? Okay, so that's a battle.
Yes.
Okay, so it looks like an action RPG where somebody's actually hitting the buttons. It's not just like,
Yes. This one is an action RPG, yes.
okay. No, I meant like it's not like an auto battler.
No.
That's
it
what
is
I
not
wanted to
auto-battle.
be
It's
sure of that.
If someone's actually sitting there punching buttons.
I like that.
Let's skip forward a little bit more. This is like a boss battle. Oof. There's the health bar up in the top left-hand corner.
Okay.
I mean, this to me feels a lot like East, like an East game right now, but like just 2D.
Kinda. Like with the character switching and everything.
Yeah, character switching and, action combat. You're fighting a boss, and the boss is probably going to be, a little bit like unforgiving. You might have to die a time or two to get
Maybe
it right.
that's-
Remember the pattern.
Maybe that's why the guy was just like speed running the level because this is like his seventh time through.
Yeah, see, there you go. This feels a lot like fighting an East boss.
Yeah, I gotta love
Knock
that
it
combo.
down.
That combo system where they're like switching between characters, and
Yeah.
I do like that. That looks pretty cool. Okay, I really kind of didn't expect to think this looked any good, but I am starting to change my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it
I don't.
like when it was just the paper dolls and stuff, it was like, but like at that scale, it's harder to be distracted by it.
Once you're like actually in battle, you're probably focusing more on like the responsiveness of the character and the control more so than like the paper doll, like, aesthetics, right? You're looking at all the hitboxes, and so maybe that distracts you a bit. So I see like you have to switch to the big guy to like knock that thing back.
Yeah. And then
So like I
once
guess
they're
every
knocked
character
down,
interacts a little differently.
yeah. And then once they're knocked down, everybody can do a little bit of different damage to it. That looks okay.
Yep. Yeah. Interesting stuff.
So that's 100. So this is Eiyuden Chronicle, not 100 Heroes, but Eiyuden Chronicle. What's it called?
Turn it out.
Rising.
So this is Eiyuden Chronicle Rising. It's the new RPG. Get this, okay? I have to think about how to write this. This is the new action RPG spin-off prequel to the main game that has not been released yet.
Yeah. So this is kind of like, I mean, so Ghostwire has that visual novel prequel to a game that hasn't come out yet either, right? So this is
it's free. That game is free.
Yeah.
That's just like a little like teaser.
So this
like,
is not,
instead of doing a demo.
This is not a free one though.
This is not a free game. You have to pay for this.
How much is it? Do you know?
I have no idea.
I
have no idea.
What platforms is it coming to? I should know this, but I haven't cared until now.
I don't know, but I've seen it on Steam. It could be on Switch and PS4, PS5. It could be, but I know for a fact it's on Steam because I saw the Steam page for it.
Okay, I'm going to try to look up some information about where this is coming to because I am suddenly much more interested.
I think it's on Nintendo Switch, but let me read a quote from the developer. This game, it weaves together the pre-war tales of various characters who will eventually become your companions in the RPG Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. This game will come out sometime this year.
All major platforms.
Heroes is 2023.
All major
platforms?
Yep, all major platforms. How much is this going to cost, though? That's what I want to know now.
I have no idea. I'm honestly hoping it's going to be like maybe like a $30, $40 game. Not quite AAA, but not like a discount bin either. Like somewhere like middle of the row.
I would
maybe give you like...
I would feel pretty good if it were like, say... Since it's... I feel like Eiyuden itself might be like a 40 to 60. I'm not sure. What do you think about Eiyuden Chronicle? Like
Yeah, I mean, 100 Heroes, I would pay full 60 for. This, so far, I would pay 30, 40 brand new, personally. But of course, people may feel differently. You may feel like, hey, I want to pay the full price and just help them, fund the 100 Heroes. In fact, I don't know if it's true, but I feel like part of the reason why they're doing this now is because they want to release a cheaper made game, not cheaply made, but cheaper made, so that they can raise the
bar,
for developing 100 Heroes, because 100 Heroes.
I'm sure that's a big part of it. I'm sure it's a part of it. It's got to be.
So if your motivation is to like, hey, I want to help fund this, I want to support them because I just really like 100 Heroes, and even if this is not exactly my cup of tea, it will talk about characters that I will eventually play 100 Heroes. That could be a motivation. I'm not like super excited about it. But I am a pretty big East fan, so I am keeping my eyes on this one and seeing if it's going to be something that's worthwhile to play.
Yeah.
I mean, 28 minutes, yes, but I feel like it's super long, but I also didn't show me a whole lot.
Yeah, because the guys just ran past half the monsters.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't know. I need more information. Yeah.
My interest, which previously had been on my radar as being like, oh, there's this thing, but I'm not really super interested in it. And now it's like, oh, there is this thing, and it actually kind of looks good. Not as good as 100 Heroes, but pretty good. So
Yeah.
I'll definitely want to keep an eye out on that.
100 Heroes is like on another level. So
I know.
I'm really waiting for that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up we've got ourselves some industry news.
Yeah. Yeah. So everybody who's here tonight, here's something that you'll probably want to act on quickly, and anybody who's watching this when it goes live on Monday. The Steam JRPG sale is currently in full swing. Some incredible deals going on right now. So if there's anything that you've been like eyeballing or had in your wish list, now is the time to go double check it, because like if for instance you wanted to dive into Trails in the Sky, you know, the trilogy there, I'm pretty sure all three of them can be acquired on the cheap now. They usually do go on sale during the JRPG sale.
That's right.
So
That's right.
also, I think you mentioned this, Baku, that Steam acknowledges the existence of the JRPG genre.
Yes. Yes. Steam acknowledges the JRPG genre, but Twitch does not. So I don't know what's up with that.
Come on,
It drives me
Twitch.
crazy.
Come on,
Hey,
Twitch.
come on, Twitch.
Be
Twitch,
better.
what's
Be
going on?
better. Be better.
Do better, Twitch. Do better. I don't understand. I don't understand why we had the tag before. We had the group. We had the JRPG thing, and all was well.
Yeah.
And then we had a category. We had a JRPG category. I
Mhm.
don't know. Like, I don't know if any of you guys have been around, like, you know, during that time, but then they switched it to like tags, and then they didn't have a JRPG tag.
Yeah.
And
And you know
all
what?
these other tags, though.
And then they got rid of the JRPG tag, and then they started losing all of their biggest streamers. Twitch, Ninja left Twitch. All of the big streamers left Twitch. It's a dying platform because they got rid of the JRPG tag.
Yeah,
Facts.
exactly. I'm sure that's exactly what happened.
Facts.
Facts. That is exactly how it happened. Oh man. They gotta think twice before they mess with the JRPG gamers, man.
Speaking of be better and do better, did you want to tackle this next one from Square-Enix?
Yeah, absolutely. I love tackling things from Square-Enix. So yeah. I love this. Square-Enix surveys players to make Babylon's Fall better, but only regards to the graphics. They sent out a multiple choice questionnaire on March 14th, asking players how graphics, particularly character design, equipment, map, UI design can be improved, and whether or not these improvements will lead you to recommend this game to your friends.
Leave it to Square-Enix. Leave it to Square-Enix to be like, our big game is failing. How can we make it prettier?
It's got to be the graphics. It's got to be it's the graphics, isn't it, guys? It's the graphics. The graphics is the reason why you're not playing it.
How can we fix these graphics to make you want to? Square-Enix, guys, buddies, it's time for an intervention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
a
time
multiple
for...
choice of how to fix the graphics.
Yeah, that was in the questionnaire, and that was what they were really curious about.
Have they learned nothing from Final Fantasy 14? When Final Fantasy 14 originally was biting the dust, were they saying? Did they go around and say, "Hey, can we make the water look a little bit better?" I think that's our problem, guys. I think our level up animations could use a little snazzying up, you know, a little oomph, a little
yeah.
Just turn it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what Square-Enix wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
Square-Enix
like
has like a graphic style. They're like, not enough. Do we dial it up a little bit more? Like
Square-Enix has kind of become a parody of themselves at this point. Like,
oh boy.
I mean,
like
at least it's like a parody of like everything that it's an embodiment of everything that is going wrong with certain sections of Square-Enix.
Absolutely. And, you know, it feels like this is one of those like office thermometer kind of situations. Like, is that too hot? Is that should we turn up the temperature a little bit? Are you comfortable? Are you good? Um, is the graphics good enough for you?
Mhm.
Should we make it a little better? Hey, would that will you play our games now?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's almost like they're in denial. It's almost like they're in denial. There's no way this game wouldn't just absolutely. There's no way they wouldn't flock to this. It's live service, and we got platinum games. It's Square Enix. Oh, what are you waiting for, people?
You know,
Come and play this game.
there are certain things where asking your audience, you're asking your core like what they want. Sure, that's sometimes it's valuable feedback. But if you're like flailing around like because your new big precious game is not doing well and your solution is to not go to like a UX expert or like to consult the reviews or anything like that, but if your go-to is like saying let's go to the audience and ask them how to
Mhm.
fix it, like that's yeah.
Well, see, that's part of the problem. But the other thing is that I don't think the graphics the issue, Square Enix.
Exactly,
Like,
that's part of it. Yeah,
I don't think the graphics even the problem.
it's
Like,
not. I
we're
mean,
not
it's
playing the game because it's a crappy game, not because it doesn't look pretty.
yeah,
I mean,
we even said, I'm pretty
yeah,
sure in the last episode we said that it's a pretty game, but
yeah.
it just doesn't look like it's interesting at all.
Mhm.
And that's the
Yeah,
problem. And I guess
yeah.
that's a much more systemic issue to try to tackle, a much more daunting one. It's probably easier to turn your head and say, la la la, I can't hear you. But
Mhm.
it's not how you save a game. Like Final Fantasy 14 is the perfect example of that. Like
Mhm.
you have to acknowledge the problem and commit to fixing it it's if it's worth fixing. You know, they were probably expecting this to be a big money maker based on the format, a big long-term investment. Um,
Yes.
so
Well, it's not happening the way that they want us to. Absolutely not. It is flopping so hard right now.
by the
So
way,
hard.
I love this next bit here. The survey period was only 5 days.
Yes. Actually, it might have been shorter than 5 days. Might have even been 4 days. It's just an extremely small window for such a huge IP. I mean, well, huge as far as like how much they're making it to be. It's just, what
We
are
want
they
your
doing?
feedback,
What
guys.
are
Oh,
they?
wait. No, not that much feedback.
No, not that much feedback. Just a little feedback. Only the most dedicated of you. We're not looking for great opinions. We're just looking for any kind of opinions.
We don't want to actually know what you think. We just want to look like we do.
Exactly. You know, I think what they're gonna end up doing is sending Yoshi P over and just be like, "Hey, you've done this before. Save us again."
Oh no. Poor Yoshi.
It's like, but I'm working on 5.16. Nah, fine. Just let Nomura take care of that. You have a more important job to do.
No.
Please don't
no.
let that be a thing. Please
That's-
don't. And then
I think
Nomura's like,
I think you've just
not enough
cursed us.
else.
You've cursed us. You've done this. Look what you've done to us, Baku. This you did mention that you would be committing atrocities every stream. And I think you just topped yourself. You've raised the bar.
Oh man. I cannot wait. But yeah, so Square Enix wants you to know that they care and they want
Kind
to
of.
make Babylon's Fall kind of. They want to make Babylon Fall a great game. Oh, Square Enix, you never cease to amuse me.
You know, I'm starting
Okay.
to think we might not get sponsored by Square Enix.
Not if they saw this clip.
Well,
Okay. So the next bit of news, you know, it's pretty interesting. Konami, I think, is trying to get back into the gaming world. How about that? No
You
more
know,
pachinko.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, when they announced the Cowabunga collection, I think that was the beginning of maybe something good. But go on. What were you gonna say here, though?
So Konami is going to host something called the Indie Games Connect (IGC) 2022. It is a free convention in Japan that's going to happen in June 26th. It'll be free for both exhibitors, which is pretty important. That this huge convention will be free for exhibitors. Most of the times, they're not free for exhibitors. They're free, and also what is it called? So it's free for exhibitors and free for the average folks to attend. But Konami has stated that Sony is a major sponsor of the event. So I think it kind of makes sense because Sony has been on a push for indies. There's like
Yeah.
China Hero, and then there's this other one called like Asobi Japan, maybe. I forgot what it's called.
I actually have something I can contribute here because I know a little something.
Oh, please do.
So, okay. I know that at one point Konami put out like this contest even for indie developers to try their hand at making a stinger or like a pitch, if you will, for remaking or using some of their own IPs. So I know this because I saw a video from John from Gamester81. If you guys are out there ever watched John from Gamester81, so John, his team of indie developers known as Collector Vision Games, they did a stinger, a pitch by remaking the intro to Ganbare Goemon on Nintendo 64, Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. And it was actually pretty well done. So I'm hoping that actually gets picked. I don't, because it sounds like Konami's going to pick somebody based on what I understood from that.
I don't know if they will pick somebody or this is just a convention.
Well, I'm saying that this is maybe tied to that push for indies that you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's necessarily that they're picking somebody at the con, but yeah, it sounds like it's kind of tied into their push for indies and maybe getting back into the gaming industry. That could be.
I would be surprised if they didn't try to use this opportunity to recruit and pick people from the indie space. I would be surprised if they didn't.
Yeah.
Especially with Sony's backing. So it seems like Konami and Sony are trying to work something out together. In fact, Sony will be sending some of their professionals there to host workshops with these indie developers. Now, you can look at it from like a sort of like conspiracy kind of view, and which I certainly share. But on the brighter side, something less conspiracy. They are trying to sort of connect some industry veterans with some indie game developers with fresh ideas. So something great can come out of it. We don't know, but we'll see. So tune in, of course, around that time. I'll definitely be keeping my eyes on this and see if there are any interesting games that will come out of this. But yeah, that is going to happen in June 26th. By the way, I think we forgot to set this. It's a little late, but hey, if you got super chats, we'll be reading that towards the end of the stream. So
That's true. Yes.
That's the thing. All righty. You wanna talk a little bit about Netflix and all the exciting things they're bringing to us?
Yeah. So Netflix is they're doing a thing. Yep. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so yeah, besides all these video games and things, how did you guys feel about an anime that's been recently announced by Netflix? And this one happens to be about my favorite personal fighting game series, Tekken. And this anime is going to be called Tekken Bloodline. Now, I have not seen the teaser trailer for this yet, so I would like to watch it. But yeah, as the resident person who can say that they have played a lot of Tekken and enjoyed it, I'm pretty curious to see where this anime could go. So let's pull up this trailer and give it a little gander here.
I think the trailer actually came out today. Oh boy, doesn't that look good? How'd you feel?
I'm pretty excited to actually watch that. I gotta be honest, I haven't seen any new episodes of the new Shenmue anime on Netflix. Was it on Netflix or no? That was Amazon. I can't remember.
No, that was.
Was it Netflix?
Wasn't that just fun? Wasn't that just Crunchyroll?
Oh, it was Crunchyroll. Okay. The point is, I have a bad
Yeah.
track record of keeping up with anime.
Same.
Even if I really enjoy them, like I did with the first episode of Shenmue. So I'll have to watch that. And the new Tekken anime looks pretty darn good too, I think. I mean,
Yeah,
I never really
absolutely.
cared much for like following the story of Tekken, so I can't be like, oh, they did this character dirty or anything. It looked cool. It looked cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool so far. But you know what else Netflix is doing? Netflix is also bringing a live action show this year. And that's actually, so we don't have a confirmation date for Bloodline, Tekken Bloodline. That's sometime like this year. We do have a confirmation on this one. This is going to be a live action Resident Evil show that's confirmed for July 14th, and it's going to star Lance Reddick as Albert Wesker. You played Resident Evil games, right, Derek? You have not played Resident Evil games.
I mean,
That's
I
shocking.
kind of played the very first one, also known as Sweet Home on the Famicom.
but do you know who Albert Wesker is?
No.
Albert Wesker is kind of like the main antagonist of this entire series. Like he's always, it's either he's directly involved or he's like somehow pulling some strings in the back. So Albert Wesker seems like it's going to be the main focal point of this new live action series, and I'm kind of for it. Even though live actions got just terrible reputation, especially in movies. Oh my god, live action movies are the worst.
Yeah.
But live action series, maybe. And certain things do better live action than not.
Yeah.
Like I think
horror could very possibly be one of those things that lends itself
Yeah.
better even.
I mean, heck, even the setting. Raccoon City is set in the States. I mean, it's just like I feel like you can have a little easier time to do it. We've done like zombie flicks, we've done horror movies. Hollywood has experience doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I think, you know, they have a good shot at this.
You would think so. If you had, have you ever read World War Z by Max Brooks? You ever read the book? It is so good. It is so good. And if you ever watched the movie, you would have no idea. You would have no idea.
Well, but that's the thing. That was movie.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
it would have lent itself way better to an animated, or not animated, just a series.
Yeah. Well, because the problem with movies is they're taking so much great content, they're condensing it into like an hour, 2 hours, like
the thing is
3 hours.
The thing is, though,
right?
Yeah, that's not even a very good excuse for World War Z, because it's an anthology of a whole bunch of different oral histories. The book is of, you know, there's like 30 little short stories, and you could have picked like some of the best ones, or just even one of the best ones, and focused on making a movie about that, like the Battle of Yonkers with Ted Inoue. Oh, that was so good.
I guess they could have done that.
They should have done that, but they didn't. And they also I know I'm going off on my own rant here now, but one of the biggest things that just pissed me off about this translation to a film is that the whole world presented in the Zombie Survival Guide and World War Z was comprised even of the Romero style zombies. Like that establishes a very specific lore about how zombies work and how they act, and how that is able to be used as a tool against them and to survive against them. And it's that Romero style slow zombie that cannot climb, cannot think, does not have any sort of, well, Romero zombies had some personalities. The ones in World War Z and the Survival Guide, none of that. And then they make this movie where zombies are so fast and agile and climby that there are literally like tsunamis of zombies like making waves like of coordinated effort. And it's like, what in the hell were they
This is turning into a
smoking?
B movie. This
It's
is
not.
turning into like a Sharknado situation.
It, they just completely subverted the entire story on its like they just. And the thing is, since they bought the name, they can't actually make a good movie with based on the books anymore. It's done.
Oh,
They ruined it.
they've ruined it.
They've killed it in the womb. It's sad.
Hopefully they can make amends here. And if I say they, I mean like Hollywood can make amends here
Yeah,
with
yeah.
with this. So I mean, there's certain games I think I think I've talked about. There's certain games I feel like could make good live TV like content, like Metal Gear Solid. I feel like it's like just prime for like a live action.
Yeah. It's
Some
true.
other ones probably wouldn't do well as a live action, like any of the isekai. Please do not make an isekai live action. God, that is so cringy. Do not do it.
I want a live action Sword Art Online.
Good God. Oh my God. No. Oh God. No.
It
No,
would be
it's
so bad. It would be so
it would
bad.
be so bad. Please don't do it. Any Hollywood executive who is watching our show right now, I know there's at least one of you. Don't do it.
And here's the thing, I know it would be bad. And don't nobody out there think that I'm saying this because I hate Sword Art Online or anything. I actually really enjoyed the first couple of seasons.
First season is fine, yeah.
Yeah, but then after that, it's like what where are the stakes?
Yeah, exactly. They try to bring it back, but like it just didn't
No.
quite do it well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried to bring it back.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, so please check that out. We're going to we're gonna keep our eyes on this as the months draws in, and
Yeah.
we'll see what this
And-
new anime and
and
this new
also-
live action looks like.
And also definitely read World War Z by Max Brooks.
If you have time to read, please make that your choice of reading.
No. Listen to the audiobook because it's fully voice acted. You've got like Mark Hamill and like it's got like Rob Reiner, I think is one of the voicers, and it's got a all-star cast. So anyways,
When asked, Mark Hamill did not remember reading that book. It's like a running joke with Yakuza fans because he did like a voice for one of the really beloved character, and then years later, like it really popped, and then they were asked about it, and he's like, "What are you talking about? I've never voiced this character. What are you talking about?" He genuinely did not remember because it didn't matter. It was just some voicing gig. Like he didn't care.
yeah,
And
it
it's
was a
like,
weekend
"Oh."
project. For
Yeah.
him, it was
It's
a
like,
weekend
"Oh,
project.
yeah, I totally did that." Yeah, people still praise his acting though, regardless. Like
Yeah.
he didn't take
For
it
sure.
lightly, but
Sure.
he definitely did not remember doing this character.
Yeah.
So speaking of Resident Evil and Capcom, there are some game apparels that's available on Amazon featuring t-shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies from Monster Hunter, Resident Evil, Street Fighter, Devil May Cry, and Mega Man. Can we switch over to my screen really quick so I can just show some of these things off?
You bet. Here you go. Wait,
Yeah. So,
it's not working.
oh no, it's not working. Not working at all.
Here, send me your Ninja link in Discord and I'll fix it.
Okie dokie.
We went through so much troubleshooting today before the start of the stream.
Yeah. That's why we had to. That's why I put the show off a little bit. Like we had a good amount of issues.
Yeah. That's
So
kind of
check
funny.
this. Can you see it now?
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yeah, I did.
Okay, let's try that again. Nope. You need to send me the Ninja link in Discord again.
I did.
Oh, you did. Oh, there it is. I had the wrong section of Discord open. Let's fix that. Okay.
I hope you see it.
Just a second. Working on it.
In the meantime, yes. So Monster Hunter, Resident Evil, Street Fighter, Devil May Cry, Mega Man, and other. I don't know what other is. Kind of curious. What is other? Other is what? Oh, just Capcom.
Nope.
It's just
It's not working.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I was
Okay.
just gonna show a couple design, but obviously link down and below if you guys are Capcom fans. You can now get some new T-shirts. Actually, a couple of them looked pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like there was one that had Mega Man
Here.
on it, and it's kind of like a rainbow Mega Man design. I actually kind of like that. I'm like really thinking of picking that up myself.
Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen of this here.
There
So,
you go.
oh yeah, we got a few options here for like Monster Hunter. So
Yeah.
which ones were you thinking looked pretty cool?
Scroll down to Mega Man. Oh,
Down to Mega
oh,
Man.
yeah, down to Mega Man.
Mega Man. Oh yeah, yeah. These kind of
Yeah,
yeah, that's pretty cool.
I really like that Mega Man design. So it's like, I think they only come on black tees, which is kind of strange, but okay,
It is
yeah,
a little bit limited, yeah.
but it does look really good. If it was on white tee, I would like it a little bit. But I'll take black tee. Yeah. So that Mega Man design. So yeah, a good amount of new apparel. So if you have like Amazon Prime, you can get that free shipping, right? A couple of them looks pretty good. The Monster Hunter stuff looks pretty good. So yeah,
Yeah,
so
I love
check that out.
that like X-ray look into Mega Man. That's pretty dope.
Yes. That's the reason why I kind of liked it. So yeah,
Yeah.
they're pretty good. So yeah, I like checking out these sort of like gamer apparels or like weep apparel. So this definitely falls in line with things I like to wear on a regular. I'm actually wearing a Catherine t-shirt right now. So
Yeah. There
alrighty.
I threw a link into the chat for everybody who's interested.
Yeah, and we'll definitely have that in the description after the show.
Yep.
All right, sir. Let's see. Actually, it's already in the description. Hey, there you go. There, you did the description thing already.
Rock on.
Yes. All right. So, last but not least, we've got some fun fan project
I was
thing that I
curious about
wanted
what
to
this
share.
was.
Yeah.
You posted this, and I'm like, I'm gonna need a little more explanation here.
Oh, open it up. Open the link. Open the link. We'll take a look at it
Just
together.
okay. Let me copy that here. Let's give this a gander here.
Yes.
All right. Elden Ring players showed that the game is just like anime.
Yes. So, let me give you a backdrop on it. So, Elden Ring, of course, is a highly customizable game where you can sort of make your own character and whatnot. But fans has found a lot of references, and our friends at Polygon had sort of a small compilation of just these short little clips of people just doing anime things in Elden Ring. So I just wanted to share that with you all. So
Okay.
this is a zero. Wait, no, zero. This is Zoro from One Piece.
Huh. All right.
Yeah. So someone made Zoro in One Piece. And then there are like
Oh, sorry.
there are more videos for sure. Hold on, scroll down.
Yep.
Let's see here. This is a reference to Demon Slayer. Oh no, if you guys that there you go. You know, Skate.
No way they added the flash step in this game.
Oh, that's
Oh yeah.
Bleach.
That's Bleach, yes. Yeah. So I love it. I love it when like this fans is just having fun in the game.
God.
And more Bleach.
Yep. I was like,
Yep.
I recognize that bow and arrow thing. Oh
Yes.
God. Okay. So that are these intentional references, or that's just what fans are making by themselves?
Fans are making by themselves. I mean, I'm sure the devs got inspiration from anime, maybe directly or indirectly, but the fans are definitely discovering these things and just making light of it, and I love it. So yeah, and anytime fans are just doing fun things, like we really want to celebrate the fans. So yeah, here's the last one's like Fairy Tale.
God.
Yeah, because the fairy tale main character just like breathes fires one of his dragon slaying skill, and he's like a fire element one. So yeah, he would just breathe fire like a dragon would. So it's especially when they add in the soundtrack. That's like, oh yeah, I guess it is like that.
Yep.
So I guess the question for everyone is Elden Ring basically anime at this point?
I guess so. How long until an anime of Elden Ring gets made?
You know, that's a good question. That's a good question. I'm waiting for like a Bloodborne anime. That would be pretty fun.
I would be.
I would watch. I will watch the heck out of it. Maybe we can finally understand the story.
Oh my god. We can hope. We can hope.
Wouldn't that be nice? But yeah, so hey, if you guys spot some fun projects, definitely let us know down in the comments.
Yeah.
And if you all you know, have any exciting purchases from the Steam JRPG sale, let us know as well.
So Baku, before we wind down, because I do believe that is one of our final things we're talking about.
Yes.
What are you doing these days? And where can people find you?
Well, I am over at Twitch .tv/Bakusan JRPG, where we're currently playing Yakuza Like a Dragon. I just got over this boss where apparently a lot of people you know, were having trouble with, but thankfully I was able to get through in one go. And after that, I'll be playing this new title called The Cruel King and The Great Hero, which I have talked about
Yeah, we
actually
did.
on HitPoint. Yeah, so I bought the game. It looks incredible. It's going to be a short game. I'm not expecting some crazy groundbreaking gameplay, but it looks like a really touching story. So I look forward to doing that. As everyone else is doing like Elden Ring and what have you, we'll be playing something a little bit more lighthearted.
Yeah. So what you're saying is you put your mochi where your mouth is and bought the game.
Yeah. Are you saying mochi because we have to
Yes.
Bokksu off right now? Yes, absolutely.
I can't.
But yeah, you can find me over at Twitch on Wednesday through Sunday. So look forward to seeing some of you guys over there. I love talking about JRPGs with you.
All right, awesome. Well, I haven't really been streaming anything all week because I'm a lazy bum. Actually, that's not true. I've been working on a whole lot of extra stuff. Just in between, I've been working on a bunch of different video projects, some of which will be on YouTube, some of which will be on a different YouTube channel, but it's been a lot. So anyways, I hope to be finally picking a game to stream, but my time frame has narrowed substantially. I need to figure this out soon. But when I do decide to start streaming again, which hopefully will be this week, you can find me over at twitch.tv/SuperDerek links in the description. Same for Baku as well. You can find him down there as well.
Yes.
And I also hope to be putting out more Friday videos again and picking up with the production schedule again. So,
wow.
Yeah. In the meantime, if you guys happen to really want a nice little snack, also do be sure to check out our sponsor, Bokksu. Again, thank you again so much for sponsoring us tonight. It has been a pleasure to work with you and to eat your food. I've been wanting to try these for so long. And if you want to check those out, there are links in the description. And please be sure to use the code SuperDerek10 at checkout to save 10% on your order. So with that out of the way, I almost called you Bokksu. Baku. with that out of the way, Bokksu, is there any final thoughts?
www.twitch.tv/Bokksu JRPG.
Bokksu just randomly playing games.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, just leave those comments. Please leave those comments. I love, you know what? I've got to say, I've got a lot of comments, especially from someone who's like Michael, is like, you know, I love it that it's 2 hours long. And, you know, I work a job where I'm able to listen to it and it helps through the day. You know what helps me through the day of my day job? Reading your comments.
It's true.
It's true. So yeah. So help me help you. So
also, we have two super chats to read real quick. I almost forgot about them, but I didn't.
Wow, rude.
Duobeard says, Bokksu helps friends and family kill chaos daily. I don't
That
know
is
if
true.
I don't know
That
if
is
that's
true.
an approved talking point of Bokksu, but we'll say that that's accurate.
It is part of their official communication material. Yeah, they also hate chaos equally as much as Jack does, and apparently, Dual Beer also hates chaos very much.
And then we got one from Still Alive also, who says, I
Hi,
know the
Still Alive.
show. Yeah, from Still Alive, he says, I know the show is all about JRPGs, but was wondering, for fun, what your favorite Western style RPGs are. For instance, Mass Effect or Elder Scrolls.
Ooh, okay. Mine is actually you know what? You go first because I need to find the title of it because I do have one. But go ahead.
Yeah. Fallout New Vegas, hands down, is the best one that I've played. And I've got a really awesome review that I'm really proud of as well. But because it's a Western style RPG, nobody has watched it relative to all of my other reviews. But I'm
that
really
right?
proud of that video. I go into the history of the Black Isle Studios, the founders of the Fallout franchise, and kind of how the IP got sold off to Bethesda. And then this is actually a return to form where those former people from Black Isle Studios got to take on the mantle again and finish working on their franchise. And it is such a solid game. That's my favorite as of right now. I also really did enjoy Oblivion, Morrowind, and Skyrim. Mostly, I think of those three, I think that Morrowind actually kind of held my attention the longest. Also, I'm a fan of the other Fallouts, but not as much as Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, so I think that as far as Westerns go, those are really kind of about it, unless you consider the Dark Souls series or the Soulsborne games to be Western style, which is something one could argue that, I mean, they're made by Japanese developers, but they seem to have that more of like a self-actualization sort of super Ubermensch, if you will, like one dude against the against the world. So, those are also some that I really enjoyed.
We've got to have a conversation about this because, man, sometimes folks would say, oh well, if his action is not JRPG. I've heard that before, and I'm just like, the Derek and I, one of our favorite RPGs is completely action, and it would really suck if that game wasn't considered JRPG.
But
That's
would
their
it?
Enigma.
But would it?
Yeah.
Would it matter
Oh,
though?
yeah.
Here, that's the question, because it's just, I mean, these are just words we throw around to categorize things to quickly convey what they are. I don't feel like JRPG is necessarily a badge of honor that I bestow upon games worthy of them. Like it's just a box that games fit into, and if I feel like calling Terranigma a JRPG, I feel like that is more helpful when I talk about it, or I say it's like an action JRPG or something like that. That would drive home a pretty accurate picture of what the game is, as opposed to if I said, "Oh, I have this, well, I guess action RPG." Like, okay, that tells you something, but there are Western action RPGs. Oblivion is an action Western style RPG, right? Like,
Yeah.
so I feel like there's subgenres and stuff, and the more modifiers you can throw onto it, the more accurate a picture you can paint, then the better.
Yeah, absolutely. Now back to the question. Western RPG, I have not played a whole lot of it. If you count Oregon Trails, is that an RPG? Do we count that? I'm kidding. I think, but there is one that I've played a lot of, and that's Heroes in Might and Magic. Surprising to everyone, I think. It's like, what? Baku plays? Hold on, it's like, what? Baku plays Western RPG? What? What? So yeah, that is like a strategy RPG. And I actually really do like strategy and tactical games. So yeah, Heroes in Might and Magic 3 in particular.
I also have a follow-up to say for everybody who feels like a country of origin does specifically words. For anybody who thinks that JRPG does specify a country of origin, then my favorite Western RPG is Final Fantasy IX.
Oh my god. That's just rude. But also accurate. So are we now gonna call Final Fantasy 9 a Western RPG? Because if that's the case, well, my favorite Western RPG is also Final Fantasy 9.
Oh wow. Okay. See,
What a coincidence.
oh man. See, like the whole genre breaks down as like cohesiveness if you use it as a country of origin denotator.
Basically.
Oh, hey,
Basically.
got another. Actually, we just got this other super chat here from Diana Lopez, who says, "Love the
Hello.
podcast. Looking forward to it every week, as well as the new SuperDerek videos."
Yeah,
So,
new SuperDerek videos, please. When are we gonna get more new SuperDerek videos? We
well,
saw one.
yeah, I'm gonna try to have another one out on Friday. So,
Wow.
knock on wood. So, thank you so much, Diana. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Diana.
All right, guys.
Is it Diana or Diana?
It's hard to say. I mean, because there's different pronunciations. It could be Deanna.
Okay, you'll
My
go
mo-
with Diana. I'll go with Diana. One of us has got to be right. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much again.
Well, Baku, is there anything else you wanted to add before we close things out for the evening?
If you are interested in just listen to us talk about games in general that aren't necessarily about news, let us know because I feel like we could arrange something where we just sit and just like talk about random things. But that's up to you all. So I think that might be fun. Now that I think about it, it's like we're going off on like a tangent on things because we're so passionate about it. It's like one of these days we should just do a thing where we just sit together and just like hash things out. And
I mean, honestly, we're just going to talk about games that we like anyway. That's you're doing the Square-Enix thing where you ask questions, but really we're just going to do what we wanted anyway.
also speaking of, okay, I do want to add this one last thing. There will be a survey coming out soon where I'm just very curious, like what would improve the show? Is it the lighting? Should we do some makeup? The quality of the camera?
more graphics.
Yeah, more graphics. Is the graphics the issue? What will help you convince you to recommend this podcast to your friends? Let us know, but only about graphics, and the duration would be 4 days, no more, no less.
Well played, Baku. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your evening.
Take care, everyone.